Hello and welcome to Mindfully Crocheted. Recently on our spring break trip, I had the opportunity to stop by an alpaca ranch in Central Oregon. It was so much fun, and although I was only there for a little bit of time, I learned quite a bit about alpacas and even had the opportunity to feed them. I'm going to be showing some pictures and clips from that visit here, and after those clips I'm going to come back and show you my purchase from the Alpaca Boutique and give you a little bit more information about alpacas and how that yarn is created. So enjoy, and I'll see you in a minute. Crescent Moon Ranch is located in Terrebonne, Oregon, which is about 25 minutes or so from Bend, Oregon. Crescent Moon Ranch has been in business since around 1996, where they started in Washington State. After a couple of moves, they ended here in Terrebonne. On their ranch, they have many activities, including alpaca feeding, and you can walk around and see the alpacas. Their boutique has many of their own yarns, as well as yarns from other manufacturers like Malabrigo. Their alpacas have plenty of space to move around, and I personally enjoyed feeding them. I purchased a packet of their alpaca feed pellets for $5 in their boutique and was able to go outside where many of them were roaming around and hand fed them through the fence. Many alpacas came up to get some feed, some of which I scattered on the ground just to make it easier for more than one of them to eat at a time, and then others I just put my hand up to the fence and they stuck their little snouts through and ate. Some of them have the best smile, as you can see from the pictures. I really loved capturing that gentle essence of the alpaca. And here you'll now see a clip where I fed them.
You got the tall one, dominant. Here we go. Let's get you. Let's get you. There you go. There you go. One at a time. They're greedy. I have a lot. Look at them all over there, and then inside the barn.
Hopefully you enjoyed that brief tour of the Crescent Moon Ranch in Central Oregon. Again, I had a lot of fun going and really enjoyed my time. I'm going to show you what I got from the shop, which was just a few things, but it was still fun to support. This is their cute little bag. They have it. Mine got a little bit mangled in the car on the ride home, but the goodness inside is still great. In addition to some hanks of yarn, I did purchase a couple of their cute little alpaca magnets. There's a little yellow one and a little purple one. When I moved the keyboard, the iPad fell over. Anyway, very cute. I love the little magnets. I think they're super cute, and I'm gonna have fun putting them on my refrigerator or somewhere. Okay, also, I'm not sure what yarn store trip would be complete without some Malabrigo yarn. So I picked up 2 hanks of the Malabrigo Archangel is the name. This is a silky merino. It's a DK weight. It's about 50 grams, and it is about 150 yards. So total I have about 300 yards. And the fibers are 51% silk and 49% merino wool. Now this is obviously not alpaca, but I just love Malabrigo yarn and I love the color. Again, the colorway is Archangel. I am thinking that I could make a couple hats with this or something else. If you have ideas, put them down in the comments below. And then I picked up 2 hanks of yarn that was made from the alpacas that they have there at Crescent Moon Ranch. This first one is a 2-ply worsted weight yarn. It's about 200 yards and it is 100% alpaca. The name of it is Raven, and they name their yarns there, I believe, after the names of their alpacas. So this one must come from Raven. It is super soft. This is what the 2-ply looks like. It's a very rich brown color, almost black, but not quite. It's very dark brown. Okay, and this other one, this is also a 2-ply worsted, 200 yards. It is 75% alpaca and 25% merino. It is called Zina del Sol, and it is a rich gray color. I like the way this is spun. It's not so tightly spun, but it's a little bit more loose, so the yarn is fluffy and so silky soft. I am not sure. Maybe a small cowl or something like that. Since I live in the Pacific Northwest, our temperatures do get pretty cold here, and so that is what I'll probably do with those. I did want to take a minute or so to tell you a little bit about alpaca yarn itself. A standard alpaca produces approximately 4 pounds of high quality fiber. In the fiber world, they're called firsts. And then an equal amount, so about another 4 pounds of a coarser fiber, and they call those fibers seconds and thirds. In most cases, the entire coat of the animal comes off in a large mat. Alpaca breeders shear their animals close to the skin, and they usually shear almost the entire body. Once the raw wool has been acquired, it will be washed and carded. And carding is a process of combing the individual fibers into a uniform direction prior to it being spun into yarn. Many people that have skin sensitivities to wool, they may be able to use alpaca because alpaca fibers do not contain lanolin, and that's what makes it hypoallergenic. Lanolin is referred to as wool wax, which holds dust and microscopic allergens that create allergies to wool. Alpaca fibers are not prickly or itchy next to the skin. So I don't know if those of you with issues to wool would have issues with 100% alpaca, but I just wanted to share that information because I found it quite interesting. Thanks for joining me again for another video. I hope you enjoyed that tour of the Crescent Moon Ranch and that you'll come back again. Remember in the meantime to take care of yourself and be kind.